It's week 10 of the 2024 season, and we'll see Joe Mixon. He put up...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On play action, now Rodgers. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Getting in there and finishing the play off was Jay Sanders.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 8 catches, 101 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be #1 in everything they do, but he's #2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Lawrence will throw. And a completion to Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 18 yards a big pickup there on third down. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. That is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Rodgers, his throw incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence, short throw caught by Pitts. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Now Joe Mixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense set to take over.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now Rodgers.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught by Davis. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Touchdown, Washington. Gabriel Davis.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Dumps it off to Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Pittman here.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Commander's 34-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. But Gabe Davis in the offense getting the football back here.
Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive court.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. He's on his way.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll take over with great field position here, down a point as they start 1st and 10.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Washington on 3rd down.
3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Zach Ertz. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Caps' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rodgers will try again on second down.
That went into the hands of Tony downfield.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Rodgers now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And the Washington offense heading out. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
And he fields it cleanly.
This offense back to work now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now.
In punt formation.
This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Wizards who have the lead. Ezekiel Elliott with a touchdown run. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Saints trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
That's It's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Washington offense back out there.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Rodgers now to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got Gesicki. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he completes it to Westbrook. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
An inside give to Jones. Dancing away at the 35.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Again, it's Jones. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now it's Patterson.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
It's Mixon on the counter. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Lawrence will throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a short one to Gesicki. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down Washington.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Back now here on EA Sports. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 10 yards to
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Quentin Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Commanders.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
Rodgers.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
A fourth-quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll find Pittman.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They go play action with Lawrence.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Lawrence.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Davis.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 73 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Again, it's Mixon. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cavs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down 20-13, a minute 13 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Rodgers to throw. The open man is Westbrook.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
A 4th down. They felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe